Hey there everyone and welcome back to regular expressions. So we are continuing forward with our regular expression, enough of the theories, enough of the basics, and now from this video onwards, we'll be doing all practical stuff and you'll be learning more insights about regular expression. So let's get started, and first of all, just open up your regexr.com and make sure you have just shrinked all of these guys. Basically, we're interested in text and expression. So first of all, we're gonna just select all of this and just delete that, just like that. Okay. Now, what is the basics here? And also I'll be telling you two rules that you have to keep in mind throughout the regular expression course, as well as whenever you are designing regular expression. Okay. A lot of people think that finding a pattern is a tough thing in regular expression, and that's not. Finding things is super easy. Deselecting the thing is the hard one. Anybody can find a particular string that matches, but it also selects rest of the other string as well, which we don't want to select, and that is the tough part. Okay, so let me just walk you through with a couple of basic ones. So first of all, whatever we'll be writing, this is always going to go into these two forward slashes. This is like the basic. It changes a little bit in Python syntax, but since we are not much bothered about a language dependency, it can be easily transformed in that. Okay, throughout this course, we'll be writing all of our regular expression patterns into these two forward slashes. Now, after these two forward slashes comes up a G. G stands for global, which is by default present in most of the programming language. And you can select your flags and can check mark more things as well. Like you want to write a simple pattern and it should be case insensitive, you can go into the mode of I. All of these expressions, these flags are known as modes. But do take care of one thing, that by default in all programming language, PHP, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, this case insensitive mode is not present. You have to either explicitly mention that, or you have to write your patterns in such a manner that it selects both case, uppercase and lowercase somehow. So we will be learning about how we can write such of the patterns, but in case you want to check that, you can do that. I will be unchecking it for now. Okay. Now, let me just walk you through how regular expression works and how we can do that. So just delete that and let's just write a simple key phrase here. This is a mad, man, mango, man, groove. There we go. Now what I want to do is I want to write a simple pattern so that I can select man. And you will notice the very first problem with regex, and which is not selecting the word, which is it just selects too much. And let me just write here, I want to select a man, so I'm going to write literal characters here which says man. There we go. Problem number one. Let me just zoom that a little bit. So what is happening here is I wrote man because I wanted to select man. I wrote literal man. The problem here is it selects man, but man is also a same keyword there in mango and mangrove as well. So there comes the very first problem. I don't want to select them. For these, we will be learning more about negations and all these things. But let me also walk you through how regular expression works. It is so easy and so simple to understand it right now as compared to later. So first of all, let's just go directly at mad here, because this is the point where we are going to start the backtracking, which is the most important part in regular expression. Our regular expression is man, so it says, hey, I'm looking for a M. So it just search, go through that, and there we go. Here it says, you know what, this is M. I'm going to select that. Okay, this looks like a pattern. Then it says A. And it moves out here that says, okay, two consecutive match. That means it can be my word. Then it says, then I'm looking for an N. And it says, no, there is a D. So it doesn't match it there. A lot of people think that since it doesn't really match it here, it will just move on MAN on to next word. No, it doesn't happen like that. If this is not being selected, then it will go on to A and it will say, is it a M? And it says, no, it is not an M. So notice here that all the two words were already being checked. It doesn't move on. It again comes back to A and does a backtracking here to make a match again. So every word is being matched again. This is very important concept. Okay. So again, do make sure that you understand that it always is going to backtrack. Doesn't mean it has already checked MA and got a match. Doesn't got a match at D. So either it's going to start at D or M. No, it's not going to happen. It is going to backtrack at A and is going to again compare it with M and then A, and just like that. It looks pretty obvious right now, but as we move forward in the course, this will become the most trivial thing in the pattern matching for regular expression. Okay. Now, also, there are a couple of issues here. Notice we can see that it also selects a man, it's also select a mango, and also selects a mangrove, because these first part in that. Now also if there is something like a man, it is also going to select that now, something like that. Okay, so it's looking for that. Now here comes interesting role of this global keyword. If you have deselected this global keyword, that means it's going to select the very first instance of wherever that word comes up, whether that's an a man or maybe a man or mango. The first hit and that's it, it's gone. Usually in programming language, this is just happens in most of the cases, but we run a loop so that it matches all the prints, all the emails, or all the links that I'm looking up for. Okay, very important concept about the global keyword. So let me just turn that again back with the global. Okay, so the first issue you have already seen that it's actually not hard to select the word, it's actually hard to avoid the words that you don't want to select. Now here is my last step for this video. Regular expression are so keen to give you result back that you always should be worried about it. They are just like a kid, they are just like a child who just want to give you result back, regardless of whether it's correct or not. So have to be extra cautious here. They will be so eager to return you result that the moment they have found anything, they're gonna just give a result. Just onto an instance of that, let's turn on the global here, and let's just say this is I'm gonna write a man here. I was looking for a man here, but since it has found a man here, automatically it has given me a result and stopped looking for it. Okay, a very important aspect about regular expression, they are so keen to give you result back that they don't really care whether things are going right or not. So you have to be extra precise. Okay, so this was the basic literal character and how regular expression works. In the future videos, we're going to learn more about the symbols like exclamatory, dot, and all of that. And basically regular expression is all about learning what each symbol means. Sometimes they means a little bit more than one. Okay, so this is it. Very simple, very basics, and let's keep going on. Let's move forward.